Hi, Madison. Hi, Orion. So
Hi.
excited to speak with you.
Hey.
I have not seen this new movie yet, so I'm coming to talk to you guys blind. So I can't spoil it, you know.
Mhm.
Which I love that we're diving in to a younger version of Lorraine of the Warrens. And because I've been so obsessed with them, I'm obsessed with The Conjuring. Like, Annabelle's out there somewhere because someone bought her. Like things are happening. So
Annabelle's been going crazy out there.
what are we doing?
Yeah, something's going on,
Like what are we
Something's in the air right now.
It's
I
really
don't
going
know.
on.
Yeah.
So when it came for you guys to portray these real people, because I think that's a whole different world, right? That are already being portrayed by actors. Were
Yes.
you more worried about kind of figuring out the real people or portraying Patrick and Veerman? Like, how did you guys attack it?
I think it was about finding that balance because the version of Ed and Lorraine that the audience has fallen in love with is are the performances that Patrick and Vera have brought to screen. So I think it was sort of finding that balance of doing research about the real Lorraine and Ed, but then also really studying Vera's performance and portrayal of her and talking to Vera. And Vera knows so much and she has such an amazing depth of knowledge. So for me, it was sort of finding that balance in between the two.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think I mean definitely Patrick's performance was like the North Star guiding light. Like he has done so well and just, absorbing what he's done and being able to talk with him about it was just so helpful. But definitely going through and just making sure that the truth of these real life people who really were, paranormal researchers and demonologists, like they spent and dedicated their lives to doing this and making sure to stay true to that.
Was there anything about each of them that you were like, in order for me to get this character right, I have to make sure I do this one thing? Like whether it's the way they walk, the way they hold themselves, maybe the cadence of the way they speak.
For me, it was sort of the way that I held my head. I think there was something about me just subtly tilting my face down, my chin down, that I felt like not only connected me to kind of Vera's mannerisms and portrayal of Lorraine, but it kind of just locked me in. And it was something that Michael and I talked about as well. There's certain ways that I move my face that really help resemble Vera a lot more. But yeah, for me, it was sort of keeping my head down as opposed to up, that it kind of made a massive difference.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think really locking into the sturdiness of Ed. Like his
Mhm.
whole thing is, he fixes cars, he fixes things. Like he's very just like such a grounded guy. And I talked about this with Patrick. So really just like focusing on being grounded and a practical man who is a paranormal researcher.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
this version, meeting you guys young, are we getting their meet cute? Are you guys already together? Is this the beginning of their journey? Where are we meeting Ed and Lorraine at this point?
And I don't know if we can say anything. I
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. All
No.
we can say is you'll get a glimpse into their relationship and who they are and the experiences that they share together.
Okay, I'll take that. I like
Yeah.
that. When doing your research on them, was there anything about any of their experiences or like who they are that surprised you?
That surprised me.
They've been through so much, which
They've been
is
through so much. I think what I
Yeah.
love the most about them is that they just so back each other. They never doubted each other. Other people might have doubted them, rumors might have swirled about them, but they always believed each other. And I think that's so cool.
Mhm.
It's so important to their love story. And to the Conjuring. Like they believe each other. And to me, that was huge. And it's like they were made for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially interesting from kind of Ed's perspective is that he isn't the clairvoyant, that, Lorraine is. And so she's really experiencing these things. And for a lot of it, he's just got to be there for her and help her through her visions and her experiences. So that was a really cool aspect that I hadn't fully thought of until embodying the character.
yeah, like Ed just has to believe. He's like, this is what she says. I
Yeah.
love her. I believe her.
Absolutely, yeah. And there's not a, shadow of a doubt. It's like, yeah, she tells the truth. Like, this is just who she is.
I love that. Now,
Mm.
the Conjuring sets have been known to have some like spooky events happen. Was there anything that happened to you guys or anything like weird?
Oh man, there was
Right,
one
got that.
moment. Yeah, there's so pretty much the first take, the first scene, first day, first take. We're on set, full hair and makeup. We're ready to go, and the camera's rolling, and totally by itself, there's this door that was on the set, and as soon as we stop talking, there's like a short pause, and the door opens all by itself, like straight out of a horror
Not
movie.
supposed to open. It
Yeah.
wasn't part of the scene or anything like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, like we're like, okay, no PAs were over there, like nothing was happening.
And no one was moving because we were rolling. So it wasn't like,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
it
crazy.
was so surreal. And they had to like put a sandbag behind it to stop it from moving. And we're like, okay, yeah, that's a way to begin. Yeah.
I love that. Like if you weren't a believer before, maybe now.
Yeah.
Yes, bumps everywhere.
Because have you ever gone to, I know like Zach Baggins in Vegas has like a bunch of Ed and Lorraine's things. Have you ever been to that museum?
Oh, I
Highly
haven't.
recommend. They've got that creepy rocking chair. They've got like
Yeah,
the demon costume. It's very cool.
I've
Oh, I
read
gotta
about it, but I've
go.
never been. I'd be
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, he's got some interesting stuff. Now, I with a movie like this, I know it's a horror movie. It's we're playing pretend a little bit, but things get like tense and scary. Were there ways that you guys kind of would break the ice either in between scenes or when taking a break? Like, I don't know why I imagine Patrick just singing all the time. So, because he's so magical.
He is. That's true.
Gosh, I feel like I don't know. I just felt so supported by you, Orion. So I feel like between takes, we just, I don't know. Yeah, we try to crack a joke or lighten the mood, but also you don't want to fully escape the energy that you're creating. So it's like you have to hold on to that a little bit because you have to get back into it. So it's sort of creating this safe little bubble. I feel like we would just get tea and
Mhm.
lemon and ginger tea and just sit in the tents and just chat and try to decompress.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think between takes, it was just like being present with each other. And that even was could be like nonverbal, just like sitting next to each other and just being like, we're sharing this space, we're sharing this time. Between these very intense scenes, we're just, in a little tent on a soundstage together. Just like taking in this moment was really great.
Was there anything from set that you wanted to take, or maybe?
I wouldn't have mind taking a couple of my outfits. I would have loved those. They were amazing. Oh my gosh, the costume department, everything was so beautiful. I wish I had them, but I didn't. Didn't have.
Yeah, didn't know. I also didn't get any souvenirs. The we had reusable water bottles with like our names on them, and I was like, I gotta get this, but didn't even get it. So
You gotta take that's the one thing I feel like you have permission to take with
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, no one's gonna use that again.
yeah. I was totally my fault. Like I just forgot it. I don't think anyone didn't want me to take it. Yeah.
Do you remember where you saw the first Conjuring movie? Like, what was your introduction to this series?
I don't have a distinct memory of the first time. I
I don't.
remember watching it with my family, and because we lived in a big kind of creepy house. So the first Conjuring, like with my siblings was like, oh, we're not gonna play the clap game, that's for sure.
Oh, that
So
still lives in
yeah,
me. No.
yeah, can't do it. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly where I was either, but I grew up in South Dakota and we lived kind of out of town. Our house was pretty isolated. We didn't have any neighbors. And I remember coming home and being like, I was scared of my house for a while, and my basement in particular scared me. Oh my gosh, I would run up the stairs as I turned off the lights. That stuff stuck with me. I am very affected by the scares.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same. I grew up in a very old house in Virginia. It's where I'm
Oh,
originally
amazing.
from. So, like, we had the basement, we had the creepy attic. I swear my house was haunted. I have a lot of stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
good.
like, movies like this, I'm like, this is my life. I feel.
Yes.
Yep.
So is there a scene? I know we can't like spoil anything, but a moment or a scene that you're really looking forward to fans seeing, if you can describe it in the vaguest way possible. Your cameras looked at each other at the same time. It's really
Yeah, yeah. We're like,
funny.
I
Well,
don't
I can't
know.
describe anything in
Yeah.
particular, but I think that there's a lot of nuggets in this film that Conjuring fans are really gonna love and feel like so seen by. And I just think there's a lot of moments for real fans of the franchise to enjoy that they're gonna be really stoked about.
I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's just really just feels like such a culmination of all these movies leading up to it. So really, I think any fan should for sure like go see it with a group because you feel the energy and it's so different and it builds on itself. Yeah, so that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Yay, I love that. And then I guess my last little thing, I always like to know because like this franchise is always known for all the practical effects. So how much practical things were happening versus like the CG of imagination, I call it.
Most of it was practical, at
Hmm.
least in the scenes that we had. Yeah, largely practical, I would say, which it makes it so fun just as a layman observing, you're just like, wow, this is so cool. But also it's so fun to play off of as an actor. You have the things there to use, which is really exciting.
I love that. That's
Hmm.
so cool.
Yeah, the set design was so
Amazing.
superb. Like just the attention to detail all around was amazing to see and amazing to act in because it was like, oh, I'm here. I really can just like feel this experience because it's all around me right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, just so many effects that were practical that were great to see in person.
Oh,
I
it
love
was
that.
incredible. So just look around. I would just walk around when we weren't shooting and just look at everything. Yeah, it's beautiful. They did an amazing job.
That's so
Hmm.
cool. I love that. I guess actually I have one more thing. I'm lied. Was there any advice, like, because Patrick and Vera have been in this industry for 100 years. They've been ups and downs, left and right. Did they give you guys any advice on your futures, your careers, or just acting in general?
I think big thing was like just don't hold back was something Patrick let me know, especially in a horror movie, just like really bear it all and really engulf yourself in the world and in the part and kind of just like set a precedent for the first day on set, the first take, just really go for it. And yeah, it was incredible advice and I absolutely used it.
I
Oh,
think they were just so encouraging too, and like just incredibly gracious. And we're like, have ownership over this and have ownership over what you're doing, even though they had established, these characters for years, but they very much let us take the reins with the younger versions of them. And they're like, we want you to own this. So it was just, they were incredibly encouraging.
I love it. Awesome. I'm so excited for this movie. This is one of my favorite franchises of all
Amazing.
time.
I
So,
love that.
and like looking at the two of you, I'm like, you're their children. Like they could absolutely, like this casting's incredible. And your performances are going to be phenomenal. I can always tell. So,
Well, I can't wait for you to see it. I can't wait to hear what you think.
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. This is so
Of
fun.
course. Thanks for talking to me.
Much.
We'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other
On the other
side.
side.